These are the some GCSE questions. Physics GCSE questions. If you want more videos, please subscribe my channel. Energy stores. It is kinetic energy stored in moving objects. Gravitational potential, object raised above ground. Elastic potential, stretched or compressed objects. Thermal, all objects due to particular movement. Chemical, substance, food, fuels that can release energy in a chemical reaction. Nuclear, the nucleons of atom. Magnetic, magnets attracting or repel. Electrostatic, separation of charges. Conservation of energy law, energy is never created or destroyed. Energy is transferred by different pathways by heating or when work is done. When energy is transferred, some is often transferred to the environment, that is wasted or dissipated energy. Calculating energy stores. The energy stored in a raised object can be calculated using GPE equal to mass into height into gravitational field strength, or GPE is equal to mgh. The energy stored in a moving object can be calculated using K is equal to half into mass into velocity square, that is half mv square. Energy stored in a stretched or compressed object can be calculated using energy is equal to half K square. Transfer of energy. An object above ground has GPE. If that object falls, decreases its GPE stores, increases its kinetic energy store as it falls. Waste energy transformed to the environment by heating sound. Specific heat capacity. The amount of energy needed to change the temperature of 1 kg of substance by 1 degree Celsius. It is calculated by E is equal to specific heat capacity into mass into theta. Theta is the temperature change. Different materials have different specific heat capacity value. This can be investigated using equipments below. Energy is supplied to the block by the immersion heater over a fixed period time. Example 5 minutes. The thermometer measures the temperature of the block at the start and at the end of the experiment. The stopwatch measures the time. If the power of the heater is known, the energy transferred to the block can be found using the equation energy is equal to power times time. Specific heat capacity of different materials can be investigated by changing the metal, measuring the temperature increase, keeping the energy supplied, mass and insulation the same. An object that we already discussed. When energy is transferred, some is often transferred to environment. This is wasted or dissipated energy. Next one, it is efficiency. Efficiency means useful output energy transferred by the device divided by total input energy supplied to the device. Efficiency. Useful power out divided by total power in. Wasted energy always ends up in thermal store of the surroundings. The specific heat capacity of different materials investigated by the following method. Then insulating the block reduces the energy transferred to the thermal store of the environment, improving accuracy. Gravitational potential energy decreases, kinetic energy increases, heating and sound of impact. Then next one, it is energy stores. These are the important question. What is the conservation of energy law? In what two general ways is energy transferred? What is wasted energy? What is equation linking gravitational field strength, GPE, height and mass? What is the equation linking kinetic energy, mass and velocity? What quantity is found in both equations? What happens to the GPE stores when a raised object falls? What happened to the KE store of a raised object when it began to fall? What is specific heat capacity of a substance? In the hypothesis, different metals have different specific heat capacity values. What is the independent variable? What does immersion heater do? What two readings are taken using the thermometer? By which two pathways is energy transferred to the environment when an object falls? What is the equation to calculate efficiency? Where does wasted energy ends up? Next one, it is power and work done. Work done is equal to energy transferred. Energy transferred mechanically is calculated by work done is equal to force into distance. Force is in Newton and distance is in meter. Work done equal to 500 Newton times its meter, that is 300 joule. Power equal to energy transferred per second. 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. Power is equal to energy transferred divided by time. Reducing unwanted energy transfers. Reducing wasted energy means lower cost. Materials that conduct heat well have a high thermal conductivity. Next, it is explanation of energy resources. We use energy resources for electricity generation, transport and heating. Then non-renewable, one that are being used faster than they can be replaced and will run out. Reducing transfers in homes. Double glazing, thick walls, walls made of materials with low thermal conductivity, insulation, wall and loft. Renewable resources, one that will not run out, they are being replenished as they are used. Examples are given. Biofuel, waves, geothermal, hydro, wind, solar. It is already in the nature. Next one, it is question regarding these portions. What are the units of work done? What are the units of force? What is the equation to calculate work done during mechanical work? What is the equation to calculate power? What is the unit of power? What is the unit of time in power equation? What is 1 watt equivalent to? Then, why is reducing unwanted energy transfers from home important? What is meant by high thermal conductivity? Then, what is non-renewable energy resources? What is renewable energy resources? Give example for non-renewable and renewable. Disadvantages of using coal and oil. Advantages of nuclear resources. Next one, where is the most of the heat loss through in the house? Give two ways to reduce the heat loss through the walls of a house. How would you recognize a more powerful light bulb? If you want to find out more questions and more answers, just subscribe this video. I will share more questions from the GCSE physics syllabus. Thank you.